All right, guys, what's up? Evan Aldo here. So, been an interesting time in the market, kind of depressing almost, just coming down, but we've had some great scalp longs in the exclusive Discord. One was stopped out, but we had two winners. One was stopped out last night, then another winner, then another winner today, so it's been doing really well for the most part. Not going to be right 100% of the time in the exclusive Discord, but right more often than wrong. And the scalp, or the long, yesterday, we kind of got that, at the top when we took a lot of profits there, so that was good. If you're interested, link in description below. So, right now, what do we have? There's obviously a lot of fear. Whenever it's going down, just straight down like this, there's going to be fear. But we're consolidating a little bit. We almost hit this big fib level, 786 fib level. So that is a major point. And your weekly VWAP, this is big. This means you're approaching some type of bottom. When will it finally happen? Could happen. I'd say that probably the latest it could happen is end of February, maybe over here this week. So that general point is where we would be confident that would be very likely for the bottom to finally hit. So going on to your 3-day, this looks obviously awful with the money flow coming out and at the same time VWAP coming down. Very strong sell point. The only thing that gives me hope, the only thing here is look at these RSIs. They're exactly how they were. Very, very, pretty much exactly how they were at the bottom in July. Not saying that this is the bottom because catching a falling knife is always very tough, but there is a possibility that it is based on this. It could consolidate or we could just start to gradually come up. Peak fear, a lot of people were wiped out. I would expect if this mini bear market repeats the same way it did here, we would, every time we go into the high 30s, we would bounce back relatively quickly. If the more bearish, longer scenario plays out, we'd bounce around here. Maybe we have a wick down to 34 or something. Then we come up. And that would be a bottom out around the end of February, like I was saying. So definitely possible that scenario too. Those are two main things that I think can happen. So, daily here. Coming down with the RSIs, it looks similar to, like I said, kind of the same thing, how they were over here. They went longer over here, so could be longer up to the end of February, mid to end February. So yeah. Overall, I like to buy DCA in when it's red in the daily. Worked out very well back here, so been DCAing in relatively heavily. That's for a long-term technique. In terms of your 12-hour, not much to say there, kind of the same as the daily. VWAP's starting to come up on the 8-hour, VWAP's starting to come up on the 4-hour, so it's pretty bullish and indicative that we could be bottoming out. Be careful with this environment, this market. Nothing that's been looking bullish has really been playing out. That's why I've been doing a lot more scalp longs, so I feel like one of these scalp longs we could just take up a lot. Your 30-minute, is still in the red. Maybe your RSIs are very low, maybe we curve around in a bit. And then your 15-minute, this is where you got some good curvature. You got some good curvature here, combined with the VWAP coming up in the 4-hour. This is very good. You're about to print a green dot, so this spiral line right here seems to be acting as support rather than resistance. This is the market cipher SR line. This is a good place to look into, locking in profits at around 39. It's a good tool to find more, lines of support and resistance. Market cipher SR. Been messing around with that a little bit. And your 10-minute money flow curving up, trigger waves getting to the point where they're about to print. So I'm really looking for, to re-enter a scalp long. Maybe I might give it a shot. Maybe you might give it a shot on the next trigger wave here. If we come down to this point, this is a point where I'm really going to be looking for at least a scalp long over here as well. So that is Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. It looks basically the same like it usually does. Good curvature here in these lower time frames. You lost this big fib level, 2800. However, it's just wicks down pretty much on the higher time frame, so it's not just a wick down so far. So it's not the biggest deal. And your daily, your 2-day, it looks exactly the same as Bitcoin. Your weekly, the VWAP coming up, maybe end of February. End of February is the latest I could see us probably bottoming out. It might be earlier. I've been talking about, like I've been saying before, bottoming out around this area, around below these levels, wicks down 2700. So there is a lot of positivity here. There's a lot of positivity for a long-term hold. These are great places to buy. Your 6-hour VWAP coming up, your 4-hour VWAP coming up, just like Bitcoin. RSI has been down for a while. you're due to come up here, and your 15-minute, good curvature, like I said before. Your 30-minute may get a nice divergence pretty soon, so things are looking up, at least for the short term. I'd expect it to be, you know, more sideways in the short term. The next fib level, I got to add in a fib level. We got a spiral line down here at 2400 about, so I don't know if we'll go down. I mean, if we go down there, it's probably not going to happen, you know, overnight, so have some time to look at this, maybe draw some more fib levels down there. Not in the Ethereum trade currently, so just waiting it out for now. So that's that. The last one I want to look at right now is Matic. Matic's been, you know, a big player. It's held up, you know, somewhat well. It's at about $1.84 right now, and you know, we're approaching this fib level. This is a big level that I'm looking to possibly go in. $1.77. Your higher time frames, your daily view up maybe starting to curve around. Blood diamond here, so obviously there are a lot of things where it just doesn't look good, especially your real high time frames. Yeah, RSI is starting to come down there, so it just doesn't look that great, but we're approaching this level, maybe a scalp long or something. Matic is a decent project. You know, I've held on to this since 15 cents, and just in the very long term with this, just in the long run with this. Money flow generally coming up, so there is definitely some hope here. I like the 15-minute as well. It's been a good player. Really looking for this level right here. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out my exclusive Discord, link in the description below. Check out my trading course as well at evanaldo.com. 16% off, discount code TRADEFOREVER, link in the description below. If you want to get Market Cipher, discount code ALDO15, link in the description below. Use my link. And BITGET FEMEX, my link in the description below. There are some good promos going on right now. Check those out. All the things below are things I personally use, benefit from. Never going to link in anything that I don't personally use. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.